Have you ever stood up from a chair and felt that deep, unwelcome ache in your knees? Or perhaps it's the stiffness in your hips first thing in the morning, a subtle signal that your day will need to be a little slower, a little more careful. For millions of Americans over 60, this isn't a rare occurrence. It's a daily reality. We often blame this on age, a simple fact of wear and tear. But the science points to something far more specific, a rapid decline in your body's most important structural protein, collagen. After the age of 30, we lose roughly 1% of our collagen every single year. By the time we reach our 60s and 70s, that accumulated loss can dramatically weaken the very cushions inside our joints, leading to pain, swelling, and a loss of the freedom we once took for granted. But what if the solution wasn't just found in modern labs, but also in timeless wisdom? To help us understand this deeper connection, it is my profound honor to be joined today by a true living legend in the world of medicine, Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara. For those who may not be familiar with his work, Dr. Hinohara is the esteemed physician who actively practiced medicine and cared for patients well past his 100th birthday. He is also the celebrated author of the international bestseller, The Art of Ageless Living. His work has redefined how we should view aging, not as a disease to be fought, but as a stage of life to be lived with potential and grace. Dr. Hinohara, it is a privilege to have you with us.
Thank you, Dr. Carter. The pleasure is all mine. You speak of a problem I have seen for many decades, and it brings to mind a concept I often share with my patients. I call it the body's forgotten blueprint. Imagine your body as a magnificent, self-repairing structure designed with a perfect blueprint for healing. In our youth, we almost unconsciously provide it with all the right materials to thrive. But as time goes on, we get busy, we forget, and we stop delivering those essential supplies. The structure itself doesn't lose its divine design. It simply lacks the raw materials to rebuild. The aches and pains you feel are not a failure of the blueprint, but a desperate call from the builders for the right tools.
That is such a powerful and hopeful way to look at it. And that is precisely why we are here today. We want to hand you back that blueprint. In this video, we will introduce you to 7 of the most powerful, yet humble building materials nature has to offer. These are 7 common vegetables that can help your body reawaken its collagen-producing power, reduce the fire of inflammation, and strengthen your legs and joints from the inside out. And I promise you, the number 1 vegetable on our list is so common, you likely have it in your kitchen right now. Yet you probably have no idea it holds one of the most important keys to smoother, more comfortable movement. Are you ready to give your body the tools it has been asking for? Before we begin, if you believe in this mission of combining modern science with timeless wisdom for a healthier life, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel, Healthier Daily. And if you're ready to start this journey with us right now, let us know by typing the number 1 in the comments below. It tells us you're here and ready to rebuild. Let's begin. All right, let's begin our journey with vegetable number 7, a food that acts as the quiet, yet absolutely essential shield for your joints. Let's talk about spinach. Now, many people see spinach as just another simple leafy green, something to fill the plate. But for your joints, it is the foundational layer of all support. Its true power lies in providing the one non-negotiable ingredient for strong collagen production, vitamin C. You see, collagen isn't just a single strand of protein. The science shows it's a complex structure called a triple helix. Imagine 3 strong protein chains wound tightly together, like a steel rope. And vitamin C is the chemical clamp that locks these chains into place. Without enough vitamin C, your body simply cannot form this strong helical structure. The collagen it produces is weak, frayed, and leaves your joints incredibly vulnerable. Spinach delivers that essential vitamin C, along with magnesium to calm inflammation and iron to carry oxygen for tissue repair.
Think of it this way. You would never build a magnificent house on a foundation of sand. You build it on solid, unseen stone. Spinach is that stone foundation for your joints. It is humble, often hidden in the final dish. But without it, everything you build on top of it will be weaker. It does not scream for attention, but its quiet strength is what allows for lasting stability.
That's perfectly said. And if spinach is the silent foundation, our number 6 vegetable is the active warrior that fights off the primary enemy of joint health. And that enemy is inflammation. So let's talk about broccoli. For so many seniors, chronic inflammation is the invisible thief that slowly steals away your mobility. We can actually measure this inflammation in your blood with a marker called C-reactive protein, or CRP. Think of it as a fire alarm in your body, and when that alarm is always ringing, it means there's a fire causing damage. Broccoli contains a remarkable natural compound called sulforaphane. And here's what's amazing. Sulforaphane doesn't just mask the inflammation, it actively signals your body to switch off the inflammatory pathways at their source, effectively silencing that fire alarm. In fact, a 12-week clinical study focusing on older adults found that those who ate broccoli at least 3 times a week reported a significant reduction in joint pain, and their blood tests showed much lower CRP markers compared to the group that didn't.
This reminds me so clearly of a patient of mine, a 68-year-old retired carpenter named Arthur. He came to me with hands so swollen and stiff from arthritis that he could no longer hold his precious woodworking tools. He felt he had lost his life's greatest passion, and a piece of himself along with it. We did not start with aggressive medicines. We started with his diet. I explained to him that his joints were like a workshop that was constantly on fire, and his very first job was to put out the flames. I encouraged him to see broccoli as his personal firefighter. He began steaming it, roasting it, adding it to everything he ate. At first the change was slow, but then it became remarkable. The constant burning ache in his hands began to subside. The swelling went down. One morning, he brought me a small, beautifully carved wooden bird. He held it out and said, "Doctor, my hands are listening to me again." He hadn't just reduced his pain. He had reclaimed a piece of his soul. So, as you listen to Arthur's story, it makes me curious to know about yours. Please, take a moment to share which state or which country you are joining us from today. It is a great joy for us to see just how far this message of health and hope is reaching.
All right, so we've laid the solid foundation with greens like spinach, and we've sent in the inflammation firefighters with broccoli. Now it's time to bring in the construction crew. It's time to talk about the raw materials your body needs to actually rebuild the collagen structure. And that brings us to vegetable number 5 on our list. A powerful duo that works together beautifully, garlic and onions. Their true power for joint health lies in one essential and often overlooked mineral, sulfur. If you remember, I explained that vitamin C is the clamp that holds the collagen ropes together. Well, sulfur is the mineral that makes the ropes themselves strong and durable. It forms strong chemical bridges within the protein structure. You can think of them like powerful rivets, giving your collagen resilience and preventing it from breaking down easily. A diet lacking in sulfur can lead to weak, brittle connective tissue. And garlic and onions are 2 of nature's most generous sources of this vital mineral.
There is a beautiful lesson in what Dr. Carter has just explained. A single clove of garlic, or one thin slice of an onion, may seem insignificant on its own, humble, but when you consistently add them to your meals day after day, you are performing a small act of profound construction. The greatest strength in life and in health often comes not from a single grand gesture, but from the patient, quiet repetition of what is good and true. You are rebuilding your temple, one small, powerful stone at a time.
That's a profound thought, Doctor. Hinohara, the power of consistency. Now let's move on to our fourth vegetable, which focuses on a very specific and incredibly important part of the joint, that smooth, slippery tissue that cushions our every single move. Let's talk about cartilage and its favorite fuel, the carrot. The vibrant orange color of carrots comes from a potent antioxidant called Beta-Carotene, and your body is incredibly intelligent. It takes this Beta-Carotene and converts it into vitamin A. This vitamin is essential fuel for the specialized cells in your cartilage, which are called chondrocytes. It helps them to repair damage and maintain that plump, elastic, and slippery surface that allows your joints to glide without friction and pain. And here's a great clinical tip. Roasting carrots with a small amount of healthy fat, like olive oil, has been shown to significantly increase your body's absorption of that vital beta-carotene.
And the result of feeding your cartilage goes far beyond the joint itself. It touches the heart. I think of a lovely 72-year-old grandmother who came to see me. Her name was Eleanor. Her greatest sadness was that the grinding pain in her knees meant she could no longer get down on the floor to play with her 5-year-old grandson. She told me, with tears in her eyes, "Doctor, Hinohara, he doesn't understand why I can't. He just wants his grandma to build a castle with him." Her cartilage, you see, was worn so thin. The cushion was gone. We focused her diet on these vibrant beta-carotene-rich foods, and roasted carrots became her daily staple. She was skeptical at first, of course, but she was also determined. She was consistent. About 6 months went by, and one day I received a small package from her. Inside was not a letter, but a photograph. It was a picture of her, down on a soft living room rug, pointing to a magnificent tower of colorful blocks. Her grandson was sitting right beside her. With the biggest smile you have ever seen, all she had written on the back of the photo was, "My cushions are working again." A simple, humble carrot helped give her back a precious moment she thought was lost to time forever.
What a beautiful, beautiful story. It's a testament to how these everyday foods can restore not just our bodies, but our most cherished moments. That story about Eleanor truly illustrates the power of specific nutrients for specific parts of the joint. Now, Dr. Hinohara, we're moving into our top 3. These are the vegetables that I think of as the advanced specialists, the ones that don't just build but truly reinforce the entire collagen structure. Let's start with number 3 on our list. A vegetable many people know is healthy, but few understand its deep power for joints. Kale. We know it's rich in vitamin C and vitamin K, which is wonderful. But kale's real secret for joint durability lies in 2 essential trace minerals, manganese and copper. If you think of collagen fibers as the steel beams of a building, manganese and copper are the finishing crew. They activate specific enzymes that create strong cross-links between the collagen fibers. It's like a master welder coming in to secure every single joint and rivet in a steel frame, making the entire structure incredibly strong and resilient against daily stress and pressure.
It is amusing to me that kale is often seen as a modern trend or a superfood in the West. In Eastern traditions, dark bitter, leafy greens of this nature have always been considered a form of medicine. We did not need microscopes to see their power. We saw it in the strength of the people who ate them. This deep, almost black-green color signifies a profound concentration of life force. It is not a light, fleeting energy. It is a deep well of restorative power. When you eat kale, you are not just eating vitamins and minerals. You are consuming a resilience that has been forged in the earth. You are reminding your body of its own deep, innate strength. It is not a trend. It is a return to an ancient wisdom.
And that's a great perspective. It's not a trend, it's a return to wisdom. Now for our number 2 vegetable, and this one might surprise many people because it's so humble and so common. It works on a completely different principle, not just structure, but lubrication. Let's talk about cabbage. Cabbage, both green and red, is one of the richest plant-based sources of an amino acid called glutamine. And glutamine has a very special job when it comes to your joints. It helps your body to produce and replenish its synovial fluid. This fluid is the natural lubricant inside your joint capsule. As we age, this fluid can thin out and decrease, which leads to that creaky, stiff, or grinding sensation that so many people feel. Glutamine helps restore that fluid. In the simplest terms, it's like adding a high-quality protective oil to a squeaky door hinge.
There is a profound lesson in the humble cabbage. As humans, we often seek out complex, exotic, and expensive solutions for our problems. We look for the magic pill from a faraway land, yet so often, the most powerful healing is found in the simplest of things. The things we have had in our kitchens all along, the things we overlook because they are too familiar. The cabbage does not boast. It is quiet. It is nourishing. It reminds us that true wellness is not always about building more strength, more muscle, more force. Sometimes it is about restoring ease, restoring fluidity, moving through life with grace. The cabbage helps our joints to glide silently, and that in itself is a form of strength, the strength of gentle, unimpeded movement.
I love that. Restoring grace. It's such a vital part of healthy aging. We've covered 6 incredible vegetables, from the foundation to the inflammation fighters, the builders, the reinforcers, and now the lubrication. And that brings us to our number 1 spot, the one we promised you at the very beginning of this video, the final and arguably most powerful all-in-one joint supporter that is likely sitting in your kitchen right now. So, what is it? After this entire journey, which vegetable earns the number 1 crown? Well, the answer might surprise you. It's a vegetable we've already met, but we saved its most powerful secret for this final reveal. The number 1 most effective all-in-one joint supporter sitting in your kitchen right now is garlic. We discussed its role as a builder because of its sulfur content, but what truly elevates it to the top spot is its powerful dual-action ability. When you chop or crush garlic, a potent compound called allicin is formed, and allicin is a remarkable protector. It actively inhibits the specific enzymes in the body that degrade and destroy collagen and cartilage. So garlic doesn't just help you build new, strong collagen. It simultaneously helps you protect the precious collagen you already have. This dual action of building and protecting is what makes it, in our view, the most complete and powerful everyday tool for your joints.
The wisdom of garlic is the wisdom of life itself. It is small, yet powerful. It is common, yet precious. It teaches us that the greatest things are often a combination of different strengths working in harmony. And so we return to the beginning, to the forgotten blueprint. Your body has not forgotten how to heal. It has simply been waiting for the right materials, the right message. the spinach, the broccoli, the carrots, the kale, the cabbage, the onions, and the garlic. They are not just food. They are a message of care you send to your body, a promise that you are listening. Every meal is an opportunity to rebuild, to restore, to reclaim the movement that is your birthright. Because this is not just about silencing an ache in your knee. It is about having the freedom to walk in the park, to play with your grandchildren, to live with dignity and independence. And for that, you need healthy joints that can support your body with unwavering leg strength.
Dr. Hinahara is absolutely right. This journey isn't about a magic cure. It's about providing your body with consistent, intelligent nourishment. It's about building real, lasting leg strength from the inside out. Don't feel overwhelmed thinking you need to eat all 7 of these vegetables every single day. Start small. Pick 1 or 2 this week that you genuinely enjoy. Every step you take on this path is a step towards better mobility. The goal here is functional leg strength that allows you to climb stairs with confidence and carry your groceries without fear. Remember that true leg strength begins on your fork. It begins with the fundamental nutrients you give your body to rebuild its own foundation. This consistent effort is what will compound over time, giving you the power and resilience you deserve. Your future self will thank you for the small, wise choices you make today to improve your leg strength. And now, we would love to hear from you. After hearing everything today, what is the one small change you feel inspired to make in your own life this week? Please share your commitment in the comments below. Your story could be the inspiration someone else needs to start their own journey. If you found this information valuable, please show your support by giving this video a like and share it with a friend or family member who might benefit from this message. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to Healthier Daily for more science-backed wisdom to help you live a longer, healthier life. Thank you for spending your time with us today. And one final important thought before you go. Please remember that while everything we've shared today is grounded in solid research and timeless wisdom, our goal is to empower and educate you, not to replace the specific advice of your personal doctor. Always consult with your trusted healthcare provider before making any significant changes to your diet or health plan, especially if you have an existing medical condition or are taking medications. They know your unique health story best and can help you make the wisest choices for your individual needs. Stay safe, stay strong, and we'll see you in the next video.